So I started out at University of Tennessee and ended up at East Tennessee State University, where I finished. East Tennessee State is very close to Bristol Motor Speedway. As a part of a fundraiser for our team, we had to do like suite security, which basically at the time was just sitting in the suite watching a race at Bristol Motor Speedway. And my grandparents watched racing, but no involvement whatsoever by me. I go to this thing, I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I was like, I'm going to start getting into this. And my roommate at the time, I told him, was like, we're gonna do this the weird way. It's like, we're gonna just declare we're gonna be NASCAR fans. We're gonna start following it now, and we did. And he and I are still big buddies and all that stuff. But we got into it there, and I followed it since then. So I was 20 years old, I guess.
I mean, this might not be, you might not be allowed to answer this, but do you have a favorite track, or is there a favorite race throughout the country?
Yeah. So the photo that you see behind me there, the picture you see behind me, that's Bristol Motor Speedway. So that's where it all started. So there's a lot of nostalgia that plays into that. It is one of the more popular races on the circuit, particularly the Bristol Night Race, which is shown in that picture. Without a doubt, I couldn't be more biased on it, but that's my favorite.
Do you think, because I mean, Bristol Motor Speedway has kind of shifted and done some other things. I shouldn't say shifted, but it's done some unique. I mean, the Reds are playing baseball there this year. Yep. And you had the Tennessee football game there. Like, the uniqueness of that's NASCAR's always way out there on doing stuff that other sports end up doing.
Yeah. We're fortunate to have people in the industry who are willing to take big swings and look outside the box and do things. I mean, in anything that Bristol's touched, Bristol's such an iconic venue in and of itself that anything that they do, it goes. I mean, that big football game between the Battle at Bristol, I think it was, Tennessee and Virginia Tech, I think there was 150,000 people there, which is crazy.
I can't stand Virginia Tech because of my Virginia days.
Yeah.
But I mean, I watched it. I mean, I was enthralled by it. I'm so excited to watch the baseball game, the Braves and the Reds.
Yeah.
I'm so curious how they're going to put that together because of, I mean, the place is huge. So
I mean, it's going to be a spectacle.
So, okay, now I'm going to ask you another question here when it involves NASCAR, because NASCAR has produced some incredible movies.
Yes.
What's your favorite NASCAR-based movie?
I'm a comedy movie guy, so without a doubt, hands down, Talladega Nights is my movie. People in the industry, I think people outside the industry think that we're being made fun of, but everybody we're all great sports about that and love that movie. It's a great movie.
That's awesome. I mean, Days of Thunder is probably my second favorite.
Yeah.
Just because it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's one of those, I'll call it the Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
It comes on. It's like, oh, I'm definitely putting this on.
Yeah.
Watch bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
But NASCAR's there's been a ton of movies made about the sport.
Yeah.
And it's amazing the popularity that NASCAR has throughout the country, being that it started very regionally.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I think the thing with NASCAR was the growth was organic, right? Like, I think it was such a good thing that people just wanted more of it, and NASCAR did a great job of just following the demand.